Well, last night's game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Utah Hockey Club has everyone talking, but not because of the score. Utah took to social media to mark Toronto's notoriously bad traffic that nearly made them late for the game.
I came pre-game to get to the rink because there's way too much traffic.
Yeah, Utah players decided to get off the team bus on Sunday night and walk to Scotiabank Arena after getting stuck in post-Santa Claus parade traffic. Video of the team walking is now going viral and has sparked more debate about the city's gridlock issues. And CTV's Natalie Johnson joins us now to talk more about this. Natalie, let's talk a little bit about the video first and the debate that it has started. It was the Santa Claus parade, and it was madness downtown yesterday.
Yeah, it was the Santa Claus parade, Roger. We saw a number of roads sealed off to traffic, huge volumes of crowds trying to make their way through the city and out of the city at that point. But, the argument could be made here that there is a big event taking place in Toronto almost every single weekend, whether it be a parade or a concert or a sports game, or construction, frankly, that seals off roads all too often. And so what we saw last night with the Utah hockey team trying to get down to Scotiabank Arena, sadly, is very much the norm. There's been many a time, in fact, where celebrities or other high-profile visitors to the city have come into town and then very publicly complained about becoming ensnared in Toronto traffic. We saw it with Tom Cruise when he was here for the Toronto International Film Festival. He talked about the gridlock when he was on the red carpet earlier this year. A former One Direction singer had to get off his own tour bus in order to make it to his own concert in time, also down at Scotiabank Arena. And then last night, we see the Utah NHL team trying to make a 5:15 team meeting ahead of the game. They're posting an Instagram video saying that their tour bus is simply not moving. It's faster to get off and walk. And it's, again, a very public, judgment on Toronto traffic, and it's certainly casting a lot of questions as to, whether people are going to want to continue to come to the city to do business if they simply cannot move around.
Okay, so what kind of reaction are we getting to this? I imagine there's both sides being heard right now.
Yeah, so both the mayor and the premier were asked about the issue this morning. The mayor saying, the Utah hockey team met Santa and that it wasn't a conspiracy with the Leafs in order to try to prevent them from getting to the game. So she's making light of the situation, talking about the fact that the parade is a good draw for this city. But again, you're going to see this kind of thing happening very frequently. The premier took a little bit of a harsher tone on it this morning, talking about how his government is working to ensure that Toronto traffic is not embarrassing to guests of the city, him specifically using the opportunity to discuss the provincial plan to remove some of the bike lanes that City Hall has put in on major streets in the past few years. Queen's Park is looking to tear out the bike lanes that have been put in place on Bloor University and Yonge in an attempt to get vehicular traffic moving. So he was using the opportunity this morning to say, look, this is yet another reason why we need to do everything we can to tackle congestion. And in his view, that involves ripping out that cycling infrastructure.
Okay, CTV's Natalie Johnson, thank you for that. Hopefully you don't get stuck in traffic.
My pleasure. Thank you.